Young and the Restless spoilers, full Monday update June 29, 2026. Welcome back to our channel. Today is Tuesday, a beautiful, crisp day to grab your iced lattes, settle into your coziest spot, and prepare your nervous systems for the absolute madness we are about to unpack. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right this very second. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now, because I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of what just went down in Genoa City. I was mid-skincare, literally applying a charcoal mask, and when this scene played out, I screamed so loud, I smeared black charcoal all over my pristine cream rug. I literally had to yeet my phone across the room because my soul has actually left my body. Bestie, be for real right now. We are not just watching a show, we are invested. We are traumatized, and we are spilling all the tea right now. I am sending manic voice notes to the group chat at 3 a.m. because I am genuinely too unwell to process this alone. Okay, let's set the absolute cinematic mayhem of this scene. We are in Genoa City Memorial Hospital, and don't even get me started on the vibes. The fluorescent lighting is genuinely giving me a migraine just looking at it. Nikki's kids and grandkids are all huddled around her hospital bed like they are bracing for the apocalypse. Nikki, our absolute diamond-encrusted queen, is lying there looking so fragile, and she drops the most gut-wrenching bomb. She basically tells her family that her vision is failing. I am literally hyperventilating right now just thinking about her voice breaking. But wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. Victor Newman, the mustache himself, is lurking right outside the door. And you guys, he has tears in his eyes. Victor is crying. I need to pause and scream into a pillow because the psychological whiplash here is astronomical. This is the exact same man who, like 5 minutes ago, was playing the doting husband just to manipulate a terrified, heavily sedated Nikki into signing a medical power of attorney that straight up transferred all her Newman Enterprises shares into a trust he controls. He has been liquidating her assets while she is fighting for her life, and now he is out here crying. They are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. How are you going to loot your wife's estate and then stand at her hospital door, weeping like a tragic Shakespearean hero? It is giving major I cannot even energy, and my brain is visibly buffering from the sheer audacity of this man's duality. Oh, hold on, I should have mentioned this earlier, but right as Victor is having his little emotional breakdown at the door, he turns to leave, and Claire and Victoria immediately clock him. They follow him out into the hallway, and Claire is like, "Are you leaving?" And Victor, doing his classic gravelly whisper, is like, he thinks it is best if Nikki doesn't know he was even there. Which is honestly so unhinged, like, you are her husband, but he is on a mission, legit. He tells them he is heading out to meet Nate Hastings and Dr. Stephanie Simmons to secure a top-tier brain surgeon. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. He is actually trying to save her life while simultaneously robbing her blind. The stakes are astronomical, and I am totally living for this messy, unfiltered emotional train wreck. So we cut over to society. Let me veer off into a completely random tangent for a second. Why does the background music at society always sound like elevator jazz mixed with a spy movie soundtrack? And why is everyone always having life or death medical conversations while people in the background are just trying to eat their overpriced truffle fries? It is a random aesthetic choice that genuinely haunts me. Anyway, snapping back to the main tea. Lily Winters is there, looking absolutely flawless as always, and she bumps into Nate and Stephanie. Nate, having zero chill, immediately trauma dumps on Lily, telling her that Nikki is facing a massive medical emergency. He straight up tells her about the tumor on Nikki's optic nerve and how she might go completely blind. And this is where my heart actually shattered into a million pieces. Lily gets this look on her face, and she says, the Newman family must be so devastated. And then she brings up how this terrifying situation reminds her of when her dad, Malcolm, lost his vision. Did I say that yet? Ooh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, the Winters family lore being brought up right now is so deeply emotional. Lily has been through so much with Kane's blackmail and Malcolm's bone marrow transplant, and now she is just standing in society, absorbing this tragic Newman news. She and Nate tell Stephanie they are going to pray for Nikki, and it was genuinely such a pure, human moment in the middle of all this high-octane chaos. But then, the doors to society swing open, and Victor Newman enters the chat. The energy shifts immediately. Stephanie wastes no time and tells Victor that there is a brilliant specialist, Dr. Nottingham, who can actually make it to Genoa City today. And Victor, because he is basically a billionaire superhero when he wants to be, doesn't even flinch. He just casually announces that he is dispatching the Newman private jet to go pick up the doctor. The sheer flex of just deploying a private jet between appetizers. I am calling it, the villain arc is about to go nuclear, but right now, Victor is pulling out all the stops and I am straight up mesmerized by the power moves. Meanwhile, we bounce back to the hospital room, and it is a straight up tearjerker. Nick Newman is sitting by his mother's bed, and he is being the absolute sweetest son on the planet. He gently tells Nikki that if she needs to sleep, he can step out of the room. But Nikki, oh my god, send help. Nikki whispers that she is afraid to close her eyes because she is terrified to open them again. I am clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. Nick is trying to hold it together, but you can see the absolute terror in his eyes. It feels like a personal attack on my soul to watch them suffer like this. Then, Victoria and Claire walk back into the room. Victoria, who has been spiraling this entire time trying to figure out her dad's shady financial moves, admits to Nikki that she told Victor everything. Just then, Victoria's phone rings, and it is Victor. He tells her that a top brain surgeon from New York is officially on the way. Victoria hangs up and tells her mom the good news, saying, "It was Dad, he did this for you, but you guys." The timing, the absolute cruel, cinematic timing. Just as Victor walks back into the hospital room to be the hero, Nikki breaks down. She looks absolutely devastated and says it might be too late. "I can't see anything," she cries. "I can't see anything at all. My vision is gone. Bestie, I am a puddle on the floor." The tragedy, the drama, my grip on reality is slipping. Okay, wait, wipe your tears, because we are not done. We have to completely shift gears because the Abbott men are officially on the warpath. Jack and Kyle are huddled together at Crimson Lights, plotting like they are in a high-stakes heist movie. And let me just say, the steam coming off the espresso machine in the background of this scene was so loud and distracting, it was basically its own character, but I digress. Diane Jenkins is currently trapped in a literal barred room, waking up confused and terrified, and she is absolutely certain that Dr. Lawrence Markham is working with the unhinged Patty Williams. She is putting the pieces together while being held hostage. Jack is legitimately losing his mind, and who can blame him? Patty Williams showed him a staged photo of Diane in a padded cell and is straight up blackmailing him, demanding he sleep with her to get his wife back. The audacity, the sickness. Jack looks at Kyle with these desperate, stress-wrinkled eyes and asks, how do we get Dr. Markham out of his house? They know Markham is the key to finding Diane, but they need to draw him out without tipping off Patty, because Patty is watching Jack's every move like a hawk. I am genuinely sweating just thinking about the pressure they are under right now. And this is where Kyle Abbott officially steps up and earns his keep. Kyle looks his dad dead in the eye and says they need to take a direct approach. Give me his number, I'll call, Kyle says, looking so intensely serious. He tells Jack that he is going to completely hide Jack's name from the situation so that Patty does not get suspicious. They are going to bait the corrupt doctor, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because if Kyle messes this up, Diane is doomed. I am physically vibrating waiting to see how this call goes down. Okay, my brain is officially fried from all this tea. I need to go scrub this charcoal mask out of my rug before it stains. Stay tuned because this situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay.